Hey guys, guess who forgot to start the day off of the vlog? It's me. That's because I slept until 10 o'clock. In case you didn't see the last vlog, we had a very late night last night. We didn't get back till 1 a.m. So your girl had a sleep in. It was actually glorious. But that means pretty well by the time I got up, I did the few things I needed to do. I was pretty well ready to leave. So shift started a little bit later today, but I still had to go get some lunch. We achieved one of our goals. Look, I've got a picture with Oraby the mascot. Like 1.5 out of 5. I mean, me getting pictures of athletes at a distance does not count as having a picture with an athlete. So we're 1 from 5. I only have 2 shifts left. So we're going really swell. Also, got a picture of the group today, which was nice because we've been a bit slack on getting pictures. So singles started today. So basically, once the session started at 4:30, we didn't leave that spot till whenever the matches finished. So there was 7 matches in a row, each with about 40 minutes spacing between them. So if your match went longer than the 4 games, they'll pretty well bring it straight out the next people to get those matches played. It was a lot of matches and really it finished quite on time, which I'm surprised about because this sort of stuff normally doesn't finish on time in table tennis. All it takes is for that one match to go to 7 games or to have a 20-18 scoreline. So it's nearly 11 o'clock. Tomorrow's the same thing again. Pretty well singles all evening. And it'll be great. But then after that, I've only got 1 shift left. I will see you all tomorrow morning. Hopefully I'll be up earlier so I can start on the vlog couch. Hey guys, we're back on the vlog couch for second last shift really. And then we're nearly done. I can't believe it's already nearly over. It's only just started. It can't nearly be over. It kind of feels like it's only just started because our first few shifts there was a lot of people and not much to do because team events. So now that we're into the singles and doubles and para events, they're just like pumping through them real quick. I'm going to make sure I have more snacks because you pretty well don't get up from that table much. Just occasionally for a bathroom break if you need it. Hopefully there won't be any tech issues today. We had a pretty bad tech issue. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but basically when you put a score, the 2 people, and this person would score a point, but it was showing up on ours as this person having scored it. And so every time you try and do it for this person, it'd come up with huge warnings and it really kind of lost the plot a bit. It's sorted and it never happened again, so that's all that matters. These vlogs towards the end of this trip might be a bit shorter and you might see I'm looking a lot more, I'm probably coming off a lot more tired. That's because I am. I've purposely packed a lot into this trip to make the most of it. Hopefully some good matches. There were some really good matches last night. There were some really great matches last night. A lot of great rallies, great points. And just the age is like unexpectedly older. So a lot of these people, like I just had a look, there's a guy from Trinidad and Tobago who he doesn't look like he's my age, but he looked a little bit older, like 30s. He's like 50. I was like, man, there's still hope for me yet to get this good. So I'll see you guys after. There we go, back on the vlog couch. It was a very busy day, so today I did something different. I was on the scorecard, which is this thing. Here there was the 2 officials, a technical official doing 1 flip scorecards, and then there was me doing the other. That was my view. So that was something really different. I was on the show court. So I'm not exactly sure who couldn't see a score, but there was some people who haven't been able to see scores. So that's why they had us doing the flip card, nice and easy. And here we have today's gift, which is a keychain, a surfboard keychain actually. It looks quite nice. I've also managed to finally find the table tennis pin. I've been trying for ages, and every sport I went to, all the sport pins were sold out. I was like, oh, go me. I always went after though. I should have really gone beforehand and bought it, but that's okay. So yeah, that was something different. Only 1 more shift to go, which is a bit sad. So it's a daytime shift, which is going to be a bit of an adjustment from my evening shifts. I'm thinking of going to Movie World tomorrow, even just for a couple of hours, just to do it. Because I get free entry, so I might as well. Something I did notice today actually was because a lot of Australians were playing, which was really cool to watch them. In some of the other matches that weren't Australians were actually really good to watch as well. One of our best female player basically plays pen grip and has one side of pimple rubber. So for people who don't play table tennis, on your bat, so basically you'll see the rubber on my bat is very smooth, right? So there's 2 different types of rubber. You can get the smooth stuff like this, or you can get to what's called pimple rubber. Hopefully, and maybe I can find a picture. It's basically the rubber puts little dots all over it. So this Australian player, see here, has, I believe, don't quote me, I'm just guessing from what I can see, there's definitely one side that's pimple rubber and one side that's not. This flat rubber and pimple rubber does different things with the spin of the ball and affects the ball differently, and you have to hit it differently depending what's going on. So most people that have pimple rubber will have pimple rubber one side and smooth on this side, that way, because pimple rubber is quite good for just negating all spin. There's different types of pimple that does different things. I struggle personally against playing people with pimple rubbers because it confuses the heck out of me. Not the point of this story. So basically, she, like most people that have pimple rubber, has it on one side. A player has to be super aware which colour's the pimple to know what's going to happen when they hit the ball with that. But what she was doing, which I think is brilliant, and the fact she can pull it off is absolutely amazing. So basically she'd serve on her rubber side, so sponge side, and then she would spin the bat in her hand to change it to the pimple. So basically, and she was doing that as well, she'd start it on the sponge side, but as the person served, she'd spin it. So basically they're serving, expecting it to come back on the sponge, and it's coming back on the pimple. But just watching, it's actually incredible. Like, if you can actually pull that off, because she was doing it mid-rally, and the rallies in this level are not slow, they are very fast. Absolutely phenomenal. And some of these matches, like some of the rallies, they're getting so wide across the table, they're running into the barrier. Fortunately, you can't have courts that go forever, gotta have a limit somewhere. I know even at my local club, there are times when players are so far back from the table because there's a wall one side of our club and then barriers down the sides and the back. So one person's against the wall, the other person's against the barrier. But all in all, a good day, only one more day to go with. But for now, I am going to see you all later.